The teacher. Her laptop that is not getting connected to the projector. The wire that she did not insert. Gen Z. I hate Gen Alpha. Also Gen Z. Skibidi Gayat Rizzler. When you realize you should have bought an investment property after the 2008 market crash instead of being 9 years old. Born in 2000. Born in 1999. He is just a kid, no older than my son. Conservative Genzers or millennials on their way to make sure that everyone knows how different they are from the rest of their generation. When someone is discussing a show you have not even watched, do not talk about stuff you are ahead of me on. Cashier checks my ID in half a second. Me. That was fast. Cashier. Yeah. I saw the 19. Me. Old people say kids these days have no guts. Kids these days sell my mom's wedding ring for a diamond fidget spinner that went sexual. Netflix says, here is another school drama with ordinary teenagers just like you. When a millennial pretending to be a Zoomer calls their dog a doggo. What is the hardest thing about growing up? Watching your parents get old. Me being confident enough to go meet and talk to women. Me realizing there is nowhere to go to meet and talk to women. How my parents describe their teenage years. My teenage years. Are you familiar with the gear shift? You mean the PRNDL? Me. I actually prefer self-checkouts over cashiers. Boomers. We should be optimistic, we can still save the world. No, the world is doomed. Everything is messed up. We should be optimistic, we can still save the world. Gaming at midnight. I should get some sleep for tomorrow. Cannot end on a loss. Teenagers. Schools do not give us enough time to sleep. Also teenagers at 2 a.m. How teachers think we will get a job. Why are leaves green? It is because of chlorophyll. Great, you are hired. Generation Z, the COVID kids, the quarantines. Do not you hate it when people just give the baby an iPad to keep it busy so they can eat dinner? When I am in approving the dead internet theory competition, and my competition is a major subreddits with political leanings, millennials, Gen Z. Hey dude, what is going on? Gen Z. Teenage rebellion, millennials. Fuck yeah, stick it to the old people. State of the world I wish we lived in. State of the world currently. When random people on social media start asking you for a loan, you think I look like I got money. Taxes are essentially just a yearly subscription to the country you live in, LOL. Childhood is the free trial. Oh my fucking god. A recruiter for the hacker known as 4chan eases a young boy into their ranks. 2016. Psst. Hey Jimmy, wanna see a frog? It costs $0 to be kind as if hating is not free too. Science says, your dreams have meaning. My dreams. Getting dragged out of the club after giving them a fake ID made with crayons. When the conversation is going great, but then she asks for your height. Slow internet. Also the slow internet when there is an ad. Kids in 30 years hearing us complain about how baby boomers were the worst. Okay, Zoomer. 1995 to 1998, when they try to relate to the rest of Generation Z. How do you do, fellow kids? I graduated college with no debt and a great degree. Rich parents' money. Me entering the 18 to 24 age bracket. When were you born? I am born in 2010. You. Generation Alpha. When were you born? I am born in 2012. You. Generation Z, 99% of people. When do I get to be debt-free and enjoy life without working 40+ hours a week in a soul-crushing hellscape? Capitalism. That is the neat part. You do not. Helping my friend through an anxious, depressed, and lonely part of their life. Learning they got a date and are happy. Younger Generation Z, Generation Alpha is doomed. What 2006 to 2009 babies were doing in 2013. Generation Z, Generation Alpha. Millennials. Boomer humor. I hate my wife. Millennial humor. I hate my life. Generation Z humor. Rat-a-tat-tat. Seeing another YouTube video where the person says they are not racist before hating minorities for 3 hours. Generation Z. We will not make fun of the younger generations like 90s kids did to us. Generation Alpha. 2020s kids. So that was a lie. Cool video about planets. I am sure the comments will be fun and interesting. Gravity is fake. Questions you could easily Google. Science is a psyop. I hate trans people. Earth is flat. Kids. Adults enjoying their freedom. Adults. Kids enjoying minimal responsibilities. Little cousin. Hey, there is a fox. Other little cousin. Yeah. I wonder what it says. Me, who was around in 2013. Millennial. Generation Z. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Baby boomer. They are the same picture. Artificial sweetener. Is basically sugar version 2. Drugs. Expensive. Addictive. bad for health more. When the cashier asks if you want to donate to the poor, I am the poor. How I remember old games. How they really are. A long time ago, an engineer decided he hated children and wanted to watch them burn. Real-life air vents. Movie air vents. When the waiter is explaining the entire menu, but you just want chicken tendies and fries. I have to go home. I have so much stuff to do. When I get home. Tomorrow, I am going to get up and work out at 6 a.m. Me at 9 a.m. Life is full of ups and downs. Me. You guys are having ups. Your boss asks what happened, respond in 4 words. Capitalism breeds innovation. Innovation under capitalism. Watching every episode right when it comes out. Waiting to watch until every episode in the season is available. Waiting almost 10 years so you can binge the entire series in 3 days. When the anime was so good, it makes you rethink life. My parents and preschool teacher putting me in timeout and yelling at me without explaining why. 3-year-old me who just wants to play and have a hug. What is your dream job? Where do you want to be in 5 years? What are your talents? Me. Boomers. Shove your feelings down. Gen Z. Talk about your feelings. Gen Y. I am in therapy for my feelings. Gen X. You guys got feelings. Me calculating my age. People who were born in 2000. Me chilling. Me seeing girls born in the same year as me doing OnlyFans. Gen Z after a nuclear war wipes out humanity and kills most life on the planet. At least the corporations are gone. Grumpy elderly people referring to their kids, these days strawmen, as Gen Z. Me. Gen Z being a fully grown adult with a full-time job and rent to pay. Me whenever the sky looks beautiful. Me hating on Skibidi Toilet, but then remembering what I used to like when I was a kid. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. Me in 1999, wasting time resting instead of buying land. Seeing another YouTube video where the person says they are not racist before hating minorities for 3 hours. The earbuds nowadays kids know. The earbuds I knew as a kid. Me behind the register. Customers venting to me about serious issues in their life. It be like that. When you realize you started a political conversation with someone who has no idea how the world works.